Hello, 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 hello. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, another day, another week, another stream. And today, as you can see, we're in the on the last meters, you could say. We're in the end sprint of the Chun-Li figurine. That's what we want to finish today or this week. Not today. I don't think we can finish it today, but I want to finish it this week. And to get closer to the end, the next goal will be, after finishing the legs, which is what we've done yesterday, we finished the legs and also kind of fine-tuned the boots a little bit. Today we're going to go over to the upper body. I think I want to finish the, I guess, clothing and arms, and then afterwards I want to add the ornaments on top of everything. So we're not going to add the ornaments today probably, but I want to at least, smooth out especially the arms, because they're very, very defined right now. And then go over to the clothing, refine that too, to make everything look a little bit cleaner, basically. And then add a few more small things that still need to be added, like the shoulder thingy here needs like an ending, and I think that's basically everything that is missing. So there's not that much more to do. It's all about refinement. So yeah. Today I'm gonna do a shorter stream, or this week, so shorter streams. So let's get straight into it. No long intros. Who needs long intros if we can also already immediately work on her? So yesterday the stream ended pretty abruptly because for some reason my PC just died. Just stopped. It just, and then it was gone. It wasn't gone. It was just frozen basically. But nothing got lost. Everything's still in place. So we can just go in here and start working on this. I think I want to refine the arms first, because then I can kind of take the arms into and kind of shape these things here, or these things here, these things. I want to shape them according to, like, around the arms, of course. So we need to know what the arm size actually is. So that's what we're gonna begin with. Shouldn't take too long. So let's get straight into it. Let me pull up my references and then we can go. There it is. Okay. You can't see what I'm seeing, but that's okay. I just want to have another reference here. Okay. Let's see. So you can, with arms, I think you can be a little bit creative, or not creative. You can decide for yourself how ripped, I guess, they're supposed to be. I think I want to give her somewhat ripped arms, but not too much. So maybe just refine the main muscle shapes. I think that's what I want to go with. It's just like the legs too. We don't really see like every individual muscle, but we see where the big muscles are and what they look like, or the shapes of them. So we can refine them that way. Or we can make them look ripped that way. Welcome, player 2. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Welcome. Let's get into it. Worst player 1. Okay, let's get into it. Yeah, the legs are. Oh wait, is it already connected? I think so, right? I think I connected them already. Did I remesh them? I think so. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Should resolve itself if I just dynamic topology, if I enable that. Oh. There you go. Okay. Hello. Oh. It's frozen. Interesting. Immediately going ahead and immediately freezing. Interesting. Oh, I know why. Because it's set to 1000 resolution. Maybe yes, I should bring that down. I actually don't want to use I probably don't want to use the dynamic topology here. I just want to use remeshing. But let's see how long that'll take. Hopefully not too long. I know 1000 is quite big for this, even for this little spot that I applied it to. There you go. Okay, let's bring it back to nothing, and then let's remesh. I think, well, do we need more? I guess so. Maybe just a little bit. I probably, let's first just smooth it out, and then we can add more afterwards. I think that's a better idea. So we can see here, I think what I want to, yeah, let's just kind of make everything, like let's bring these two, like bring these big shapes more into, these smaller shapes into more bigger shapes, kind of join them together, so that everything looks a little bit smoother. And then afterwards, maybe we can add a little bit more resolution. Is this part of the, yeah, it is, okay. Looks kind of, oh no, it's not, okay. So we have to remesh anyway. There you go. I can't remesh, why not? What's going on? Doesn't tell me why not. Interesting. Hello. Why is remeshing disabled? I'm confused. Let's try it. Let's try it again. Nope. Oh, modifier? There a modifier on it? Oh, wait, why is there a multi-resolution modifier? Where's that? Why? There's nothing to multi-res. Or is there? Frozen again. Something isn't right. Ghost multi-res modifier. Creeping up. Trying to destroy my file. What a great start. Let's see. As long as it doesn't crash my whole PC. And it doesn't take ages. I don't mind. Oh. Okay, why is there... Okay. Nobody needs that. Thank you. Okay. Now, please. There you go. Remesh. There you go. Okay, perfect. Let's get into it. So, I want to begin with the good old clay strips brush, because that's my favorite brush to smooth things out. Look at that. Immediately smoother shapes. And then we can, of course, use the smooth brush too to get there. Perfect. I think I want to still kind of have a distinction between triceps and biceps. So that's one thing I want to keep in here. Maybe a little bit thinner here, the arm actually. Oh wait, I need to change the fall off too. Probably I want to use smooth first. And the... Where's my Pinterest 0.25? That's good. I probably want to get rid of these things first, so I can really make sure that the arms look good without them, and then we can add them on top. The shoulder pads, otherwise it might look weird in the end. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, let's just kind of smooth everything. So yeah, this is basically the this is the pure muscle version. And now we're gonna add a layer of fat on top of it. That's what this is. Make it nice and smooth, and then it look a lot more like normal shoulders, like a normal human being. Welcome back, James. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. I guess hope you enjoyed the beginning of your Tuesday. I see your I saw your clock. Looks pretty good. I think they turned out pretty great so far, the two. And you rigged it somehow, right? Or you at least shaped it somehow. You posed it somehow. I couldn't really figure out how, but maybe you just used two bones or whatever to kind of give it this C shape, or this this sort of sideways lean. Looks pretty cool. Oh, okay. There you go. Okay, so we have the shoulder here. Perfect. I just used proportional editing. Oh, okay. I guess that works too. Sometimes the easiest things, or sometimes the best things are the easiest. The simplest. Or all you need is simple solutions. Let me do this. There you go. So I can fully focus on this thing. I don't want to make it too much more voluminous. I just want to kind of make sure that I can, if I smooth it, you kind of lose a little bit of volume. So I add a little bit on top to make sure that it doesn't, get smaller. I just want to kind of keep it on the same level. There you go. So we have the biceps here, looking pretty nice. Other side too. Okay. Go to the forearm. This shouldn't take too long because it's, you know, arms are fairly simple and they don't really have that much definition necessarily. I don't want to give her a lot of definition, so that makes it a whole lot easier. Just kind of smoothing out everything a little bit. Yeah, sometimes, you know, being lazy is actually pretty good. Oftentimes being lazy can be pretty good because you can you get things done faster and usually not worse. If you're always invested in making it as good as possible, it can very easily spiral out of proportions when it comes to time commitment. Okay. There we have the arm, the other arm, forearm muscle. Let me see. Looks okay for now. I think I want to change the... although, no, it's okay. Make everything nice and smooth. Okay. Let's see, let's make these ones a little bit smoother too. Probably I want to kind of highlight the elbow a little bit. I'm just gonna make the bump a little bit more prominent and then just kind of cover everything. Cover the gaps especially. And then we can smooth it, make it nice and smooth. With the forearm, the shape that I want to keep are the big one here, this one, and then this one on the side here. We have this middle part with a lot of small ones, but I don't want to keep them because they only really show up if you're very lean. So I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to make them too visible. Okay. Tried other ways, but the glass on his stomach was giving me trouble. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, as long as it works, you know, you can't really complain. Whatever works and is the fastest, you know, most likely the best solution. Okay, so now I kind of smoothed everything and also kept the big muscle shapes intact, like this. Might be a little bit too big, but we can look at that now. Let's see. What do I bring back? The wrist. It's pretty good. It's not too defined. Maybe we can actually add a little bit of definition here. Just a little bit. Especially here. And then we can kind of add a little bit of a transition, like a slight transition and a mix between transition and definition, like this. Into the triceps just a little bit, there you go. And then we have the separation between the triceps and the biceps. And then we also have the separation between the, I think it's the, I don't know, I don't remember, hold on. It's not the brachioradialis, right? It's the, oh, it's the this is the brachioradialis. The other one is called something even worse. It is the flexor carpi ulnaris. So it's trying to studying something that is both a hard surface model and a sculpt. Yeah. First time for everything, yeah. It's usually, you know, you don't really know if it works, and then you do it, and then it works, and then, you know, it's super easy afterwards. You just have to do it once and see how it works. Uncertainty is what keeps you back. Okay. That looks okay. Might I say pretty good. So that's a pretty good arm. Let's go to the hand, and then we can get that done. So I don't know if I want to merge the hand with the wrist. At the end I'm gonna have to do it anyway, but I don't know if I want to do it just yet. I'm scared. Okay. Let's smooth the hand. The hand is very defined because we really wanted to get the anatomy right. So that's why it looks like this. Let me save it as a new version. Version 10A. Perfect. Is it already merged? I think so, right? Is it? I don't know. Couldn't really see. Oh. No, it's not. Okay. What resolution are we working with here? Oh, hello. Okay. I guess that works for now. Nope, I want to go higher. Divided by 2. Okay. See how the face sets soon are going to be gone after the remesh is done. There you go. That will not happen once the new sculpting changes are here. And that's one of the great changes that why I'm so excited for it. And we can finally use facets for more than just posing the character once. Okay. So of course I want to keep the sort of tendons up top, but maybe not the rest. I think I want to smooth most of it first, and then we can add a little bit more. Actually, no, I want to add more here now. Maybe this is a little bit too much resolution, but who cares, okay? Doesn't matter. The problem with more resolution is oftentimes that it's harder to smooth it, because the more vertices you have, the harder it is to move them. We could maybe even just increase the smoothing strength. Maybe that helps too. Yeah, that definitely helps. But of course, we already reached the maximum. So, you know, it'll be hard to make it even stronger. Maybe even impossible. Okay. So here we have the little muscle going to the whatever it is, the index finger. There you go. Let's make this part here a little bit smoother too. I'm kind of looking at my own hand because that's the best reference you have on your body, your own body. So we talked yesterday. We talked about what would be like a great investment for a 3D character artist, for example, or maybe just a character artist overall, which is the real life 3D écorché. Of course, the best écorché that you can ever get is your own body. So if you ever need to find something, you know what something looks like, you can just look at your own body. Except, of course, if it's like, I don't know, behind you, like on your back, then maybe that doesn't work. But everything else should work quite well. Looking at this floor for Beauty and the Beast, I'm like, where am I gonna find that texture online? Maybe you find a shot that is showing, like, that is filming them from up top, from the ceiling, and then you can use that as a texture, maybe. Welcome, Gene. Do you use a pen or only a mouse? I'm using a pen. Pen and tablet. In my opinion, it's a little bit more ergonomic. It's a little bit easier on my hand, so I prefer a pen. A lot of clicking can be quite straining on your hands, so, you know. And I've been using this tablet for ages now, and I'm quite used to it. But you don't need it, you know. So if you know, you don't need to have a tablet for great sculpts. What, you know what? What if you just Google Beauty and the Beast floor texture? Maybe there's something like that. Or maybe you can even find something similar on Polyhaven. Maybe you can recolor some of them. As long as you get the shape, you know, you can do whatever you want with it. I think the pattern is the most important, or the hardest thing to get right. Okay, coming along quite nicely. The thumb still looks kind of weird. Maybe that's... I'm not going to change it anymore, but yeah, I need to do more hand hand sculpts. We've done one recently, but you know, one is not enough. We need to do more. Thanks for the welcoming. I actually have a pen and tablet, just not that proficient with sculpting. I remember when so I started using a tablet when I did 2D, digital painting. I remember when I got it first. You first have to get used to the pen and, you know, to the tablet. It takes a while to get used to the sort of kind of develop your hand, or develop your feeling for it, like where you are on the pen, on the tablet, and where that would be on the screen. It takes a while to get used to that, but yeah, once you got it down, it's really feels really organic and nice to use, and also usually quicker than using a mouse, because it doesn't feel as mechanical, and also a little bit quicker, because by just tapping, you can do certain actions. So if you draw or you sculpt, for example, it's way easier to just use a pen and then just do stuff like this very quickly, rather than having to click all the time. Because, you know, with a tablet, this is basically one motion, but with a mouse, it is moving your mouse from here to here, and also keeping in mind that you have to click when you are here and want to move from here to here. You have like two things you have to kind of think of while you do it, and with a tablet, you just kind of press, and then it works. Okay. And you feel more professional while using a tablet. Well, you feel the most professional if you have a tablet with a screen. But I'm not that professional. I don't know if I even need or get one. I considered it recently, but I would probably want to get one that is big enough to also use it as a second screen. And they, you know, cost quite a lot, so, you know, it's not an investment that I wanna or that I need right now or want. So, you know, maybe at some point. I think this hand is actually simpler than the other one. The other one is a closed fist, or a halfway closed fist, so that'll be a little bit harder to do. So I kind of want to keep that in mind and not spend too much time on this side. The hand doesn't really have that much fat anyway, so I really just want to kind of fill the I guess, you know, creases that shouldn't be there, or the rest, you know, kind of make the shapes a little bit cleaner rather than adding like a layer of fat on top of everything. Okay. Let's pull this back a little bit. Okay, that's better. Let's see. So I think the thumb can use a little bit more roundness. Right here. This song kind of reminds me of GTA. when you start the GTA 5 campaign. Kinda, a little bit. If you haven't heard, Rockstar announced GTA 6 being in development. So when I'm 30, I'll be able to play it. Sick, I'm excited. Crazy how long sometimes the time is between the first game trailer and the first or the game release. Sometimes it's like ages. Pretty crazy. Well, literally ages. Centuries. I think most of the time it's like a year. Sometimes it's, I think, a little bit longer, but I think most of the time it's a year. Okay, the thumb looks a little off. Let me just smooth it a little bit. Okay, let's refine the fingernail. It needs a little bit more refinement. Oh, we can probably now go to the nice good old sharp fall off. Dig deep in here. So I like to separate the crease brush. Well, I like to remove most of the pinch of the crease brush because it makes it easier to refine it without changing the shape too much. And then I like to use the pinch brush by itself. I could, you know, then also just use the draw sharp brush, which is basically the crease brush without the pinching. But I don't know. I like the crease brush. So I stick with it. I think the fingernail can be a little bit flatter too. Okay. Looking pretty good. I don't think they're that deep actually, so I'm going to push them up a little bit. They don't go that deep. If I look at my own, it's quite flat actually. I think this sort of shape is more for big toes, for the big toe or the toes in general, not really for the fingernails. I think they're pretty straight. So let's keep them straight. Okay. I don't want to lose too much volume here in the front. We still need a little bit. Okay. That's pretty good. Maybe, you know, should I should I bring the resolution all the way up so that I can add fingerprints? I'm 23. So I'm not 15, I'm 23, okay? I'm not that young. Hopefully it doesn't take that long for GTA to come out. Whoa. So much in the way. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Let's go to the top and just kind of add a little bit more here too. Shouldn't need to be that much. I don't want to go into too much detail here. Just want to add a little bit here and there. I never really looked deep into what the actual top part of the finger knuckle looks like. These weird folds, they always look kind of weird if I add them. But I think it'll look a little bit better if I add, you know, not just remove, but also add a little bit of volume here. Look at that, makes it better. Hopefully, let's see. A little bit, I think it looks a little bit too blobby now. I guess I'll keep it there. That looks pretty good. Okay. Maybe the thumb is a little bit too long. A little bit too thin too. That's better. Okay. Is the thumb too long? The thumb looks kind of long. But the hand, I think the hand is just a little bit thin. So it looks longer. Okay, that helped a little bit. Okay. I think that's a pretty good thumb. Let's go to the other fingers. First knuckle. Nice and smooth, and then go in here. Fill this part a little bit too. Doesn't need to be that deep. Okay. Go in here too. Make it a little bit shallower. Because it's filled by muscles and all that. I think we can really smooth it in the back here. We don't really see that much there. Okay. Looking pretty good. We need a little bit more here. Perfect. There you go, nice and smooth, a good old nice and smooth transition here. There you go. Maybe this is more resolution than we need, but you know, it's not too bad. A little bit more doesn't hurt. Go in between and fill this up too. Okay. I actually don't remember. I remember when GTA 5 came out. I remember watching a Let's Play of that back in the day. I think I don't actually know if I watched the whole thing. I think I watched more GTA Online than GTA itself. Before it was, you know, so crazy and you could, you know, just obliterate someone with your flying bike. That can just, you know, stop in midair and, you know, fly as if you were God. That didn't exist yet, okay? You had to earn your money by just doing races and all that. Most people would just goof around, not try hard. I wonder if they're gonna add... I bet they're gonna do GTA 6, GTA Online too, but... yeah, I wonder what that would look like. I think the biggest thing I'm interested in the new GTA would be the comparison of like graphics, how much it improved, especially because if it's, you know, if it still takes a while for it to come out, next gen is probably going to be like pretty established, which, you know, it already starts to, it begins, you know, to be established. I wonder what it will look like then. Because I remember hearing people say that it looked like GTA 5 looked insane in that time, you know, when it came out. So it'll be interesting to see what GTA 6 will look like. Probably like, oh yeah, like if you look at the Death Stranding, the mountains and all that, they look super realistic. I can imagine it looking somewhat like this. Maybe even like they work with a lot of, I don't know, mega scans even. Or like just scans of full-on mountains. We also worked with mega scans before in Unreal. It's pretty simple to use and kind of shows you how powerful, how crazy games will look if you can just, you know, scan everything in the world, you know. You can just scan something and then it immediately looks realistic because, well, it is. Then if you can put that in games, you know, even if you can scan, you know, characters, then all that will be left making them kind of look kind of creepy is maybe the movement and maybe like the hair, because the hair kind of seems to not really evolve that much. I wonder why. Hair always seems to be like the one thing that looks kind of weird in games. I kind of realized that in Resident Evil, in the newest one. The hair looks so weird. Looks like literally like hair cards. As if somebody just printed out hair on like a piece of paper and then just put that on the character, on the character's head. It looks super weird. But maybe also that's just the engine that they use. Could also be, I don't know. Okay. Here's the finger, one of them. Let's add a little bit of a squiggly here. They have to be very subtle and not too big. That's the problem that I'm having here. So I like to just smooth it a little bit, which isn't really the best way to do it because it's supposed to retain the detail. It's just not supposed to be that bumpy. And I don't know a good way yet to do that. I'll keep trying. Okay. Maybe we should do this. Straighten that out. Whenever Rockstar decides to make a game, it ends up being the best of that generation. Yeah, and the most selling game as well. Except when they, I guess, make remakes, then maybe not. But for like their flagship games like GTA or Red Dead, I think that's true. Welcome. 69, what is it? Lolly Park 420? Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Yeah, it seems like some companies are like, or at least Rockstar seems to be super like not anti-consumer, but they don't really care about the consumer necessarily. Except for when it comes to their like main games. If you look at the GTA, what is it, San Andreas remake, or the first 3 GTA? I don't remember what it was. The trilogy, the remake. Like super bad, worse than the original, maybe except for the textures, or worse than the original with mods, let's say. And yeah, like more bugs than what it had before. And then you compare that to like the Red Dead, or that maybe even GTA when it came out. Such a huge difference in quality. Pretty weird. Same with Blizzard. Maybe, you know, Overwatch was pretty crazy when it came out. It stayed pretty popular for a long time. And then you compare that to maybe, you know, stuff like what is it? The Reforged game, the Warcraft Reforged or whatever. And you know how badly that, you know, released, or still is, you know, how bad it is. It's pretty crazy how the quality just shifts around depending on what game it is. I don't remember if the Diablo, the new one that came out, was well received. I haven't really heard bad things about it. So I guess it's not too bad. I guess it's okay. I wonder, like, you always ask yourself when you see like these bad games that release, whether or not, you know, the most of the time, of course, the developers aren't really like the ones that are like oblivious, or they want to go that route. They probably want to make a good game, you know, but usually it's like the overhead that says, hey, you know what, make it this way, or change this and that, and oh no, we have 50 minutes to finish this game, come on. So they just, you know, sort of force bad things into the game. I wonder what the actual programmers and all that think when the game releases. Like they're just waiting for the forum to explode, or all the news articles to come out. They're just waiting for it, and then the community managers already they already they already know what's happening, so they just sit down in their chair and they just open up, I don't know, Twitter, and just answer after answer. Try to ease it, to ease the storm. It's not a new Diablo, it's a the remake. I think it was Diablo 2 that got remastered. I don't know what the name for it is. I don't remember if it was good. I think it was well received in the beginning, but then I think I heard it wasn't that great. I don't remember. I haven't heard a lot about it. Not gonna play the next Rockstar games. The last one I paid for barely even worked half the time because of servers or hackers. So gets no support. Well, which game did you play? The trilogy that got re-released? Or like Red Dead Online or Red Dead Redemption? Just maybe the next GTA will have ray tracing. I think it will. You know, with so many games already having it, like Call of Duty, I think it will. The thing is, ray tracing is great, but it tanks your PC performance so much. It's crazy. I looked at a benchmark of. I went to a like PC shop, like an online PC shop, and just wanted to see their best PC, and they show like a benchmark or like frames of different games and different resolutions. And then I looked at Call of Duty in 4K ray tracing, so the best you can, I guess, the best graphics you can have, or the most demanding, and it was like 30 FPS, which is like, I didn't expect that. I thought at least 60, you know? I didn't know that ray tracing was that crazy. It was kind of surprising to me. But I guess, you know, until GTA release, probably ray tracing is not going to be a big issue anymore when it comes to performance. Then we're going to have the, you know, when GTA releases, the GTA 6, Blender cycles is going to be real time, and Blender sculpting is going to be better than ZBrush. That's probably going to be the case. I have GTA Trilogy, GTA 4, GTA 5, Red Dead. The monster have name. Which one? Welcome, Barker. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Red Dead was the last nail in the coffin. Do you think Red Dead was bad? I heard, like, I heard good things about it. Isn't it usually the case that like Rockstar Games have like a story and then, you know, they just push out online content, or at least since GTA 5? I don't remember, like, I don't know if it was different recently, or, you know, if they handle it differently in their games. I don't know how many they actually released recently. I know the trilogy, but what was the previous one before that? Don't they have like a skating game too, or was that 2K? I don't remember. Skate? Isn't there a new Skate coming out? The best skating game for content creators, for like YouTubers, because you can do so much dumb stuff in that game. Basically the same stuff over and over again. Okay. Yeah, I heard the beginning is good, but then at some point when you, I don't know, like you get stranded or whatever, I don't remember. It's kind of weird. I prefer to play games at 60 FPS and have them look amazing. Yeah, I think FPS is more important for me than smoothness is more important for me than graphics. Although, well, my PC usually plays at 30 FPS or like 50 to 40, so I'm not like you know, it's not too crazy. It's not a big difference if I suddenly switch to 30 or to 60, you know. So I'm right in the middle. So it's good in either way. Yeah, I think Red Dead Online was pretty bad. That's what I heard. Especially because of hackers. I wonder GTA 5 online mode is still peer-to-peer, so you connect to like all the PCs. It's not like with a dedicated server, so all people connect to the same server that hosts the game, but it's just one person hosts the server, and all the other people connect to them, which is like has a whole lot of problems like lags and more loading, I think, as well, depending on who you connect to. And I wonder if they did the same for Red Dead. Like a new game, but then like a super old way of connecting people together. Maybe 100 hours worth. I mean, 100 hours quite a lot. You know, if you compare it to other stuff. I think most of the time money is quite a bad thing to sort of evaluate something. Like, oh, is it worth the money? Usually, I don't really think about it that way. Or it's kind of hard to do it that way. I usually think about, like, is it worth the time investment? Like, you know, maybe, you know, free games are, well, they're free, you know, but if you're not having fun with them, you know, it's not worth your time. Game might be, you know, $60 and you can get, you know, like 300 hours out of it. Maybe even just 50. So you pay less for entertainment per hour than you would for like a cinema, you know, watching a movie. But is it worth your time? You know, that's a different story. That's more what I'm always sort of looking at. Because money is a little bit, you know, it's also kind of subjective about if it's worth it or not. So I kind of, you know, don't really look at it in terms of the money. It's always kind of hard to compare different items that aren't really the same. Like, oh, you know, this cup costs that much, this cup costs that much. That works. But if you compare like a Starbucks coffee, compare that to like a game, that's kind of weird, you know. Most indie games cost maybe like 2 Starbucks coffees, but yet, you know, a lot of people buy like, I don't know, maybe even two Starbucks coffee per day. You know, so it's kind of hard to compare the two. But if the Starbucks coffee makes your time at work or whatever way better, at least for the time that you can enjoy it, then I guess it's worth it. And if the online game or the indie game is bad, then and you just hate playing it, then it's not really worth it. His name is Noggy. Blender Monster. Story on Red Dead is better than online. I mean, I don't think they really spend a lot of time in their online story. Like, you know, GTA Online story isn't really that great. And, you know, Red Dead Online story is also not that great. So, you know, it's not really that, not really like they really spend that much time on it. I think they really just kind of try to make, they focus more on the gameplay rather than like a good story online. Do they have like heists in Red Dead? How they have them in GTA? Like good old I don't know, you rob a bank in Red Dead, or you hunt like a rare animal, which sounds kind of weird for a raid, but or a what is it, heist? But maybe, you know. Welcome, Aka, Heech, and Azim. Welcome. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. I appreciate it. Welcome. If you're here on, if you're here live, hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a great day. Okay. One more finger after this. We're almost done with the first one. No, we have to do the palm still, but that shouldn't take too long. Okay. Looking pretty good. Let's go to... Oh my, that's a rough one. We need a little bit of a manicure here. Quite a lot of manicure. Oh, I haven't used the pinch brush yet. Maybe I should do that. Make it nice and clean. Get rid of the wave here. Perfect. Okay. There you go. How come we can't pay to join this channel? Well, it needs the requirement to enable what is it? I don't remember. It's whatever. Like ads as well as monetization. There it is. Enable that, you have to have 4,000 subscribers. No, 1,000. I don't remember, some sort of amount of subscribers. Then 4,000 watch hours, and the watch hours aren't really there yet. I think they're like 2/3 there. So at some point, you know, they'll get there, but not yet. Okay. Okay. The finger looks kind of weird. Weird and wacky. Make it a little bit better. Okay. Let's do the last one, and then we can go to the palm, and then we can go to the next one. Okay. This part here can be a little bit bigger. I like the structure that the brush creates as well. So maybe we can kind of keep it a little bit by just tapping the brush. There you go. Okay. Let's do the finger first, and then we can go to the other part. We have this weird curve for all of them. They are quite straight. There you go. Okay. There you go. Do the other side. And then do the tip. Connect all of them nicely so that there's no groove. Is that the right word? Groove? Grove? Whatever. You know what I mean. Okay. And then there you go. Oh, I haven't really done that for the other one yet. Well, okay, let's do this one here first. Just very subtle lines here, perfect. And then we do the same here. Okay. I think I just have to make the crease brush very, very small and also very, what do you call it? Like very weak. I think that way you can create these very shallow little, you know, wrinkles. Okay, we could do maybe even, you know, add a little bit of a, I don't know how you draw them. Fingerprints. Little fingy prints. Okay. Crease. Nice and round. Perfect. Smooth it. Oh. Okay. There you go. Oh, okay. So that's the last finger. Perfect, looks pretty good. That's the first hand. The transition from the hand to the arm could probably be better, but maybe I'll look into that later. I don't want to go into that now. Let's go to the other arm and get that one done. And then we can go to... Oh, hold on. We're not fully done yet. There's a little bit more work to do down here. Just kind of filling this part here a little bit more. Shouldn't take too long. Filling the inside. Okay. There you go. And then this hand looked pretty good. Anything else? Maybe on this side a little bit more. There you go. Okay. That's pretty good. Do we need lines? Do we? I don't know. Maybe. I'm just going to copy mine. There's one going from here all the way into the middle. And then we have one coming from here. Going over here. And then we have another one going down. Like this. This is definitely not going to be visible in the print, but I like to add it, so you know, no real reason why, but I like to add it, so that's why we're here. Okay. There's always more you can add, but we're going to end it there with this hand. Let's go to the other side. This one isn't... Is it remeshed already? Let's see. I don't remember what the remesh size is. Oh, it is. Okay. Wait, is it? No, it's not. Okay. What's the remesh size for this again? Can I just select this? Oh, can I? Wait, really? I can. Nice. Okay, that should be good. Perfect. Okay. Time for less definition. And more volume. A little bit at least. Okay. We're not going to see this anyway. Doesn't mean that it's going to be, you know, it can look bad, but we don't have to spend too much time on it. It's about finishing the character, not, you know, perfection, making it perfect. Perfectionizing. Perfecting, there it is. That's the word that I was looking for. We're not perfecting it, okay? We're merely refining it. This might be too much. Let's kind of get rid of some of it. Okay. I think here on this side I want to make the arm a little bit more defined, just because it's flexed. So let's give it some more definition. Not too much, just a little bit right here. Look at that. Look at that flex. Insane. Okay. Is that too much? Seems to be too much. Maybe a little bit too much volume here. Okay, that's better. This area is probably the most confusing to me about the arm when you flex it like this. This area here is kind of weird. If you look at like a bodybuilder's arm, it still looks weird even though they're like super defined. It's just weird. Because it just looks like a smooth surface. No, even though, you know, they're very defined. So it's, yeah, it's kind of weird. And then this side is ultra refined, especially this muscle here. Makes it kind of weird. Because you would think, you know, if this side is so defined, why is the other one not? But that is just how it is, unfortunately. Maybe that's a little bit too big. I think it is. This might be a case where we can actually just smooth it instead of adding more and then smoothing. Okay. Welcome, Ambato. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. As you can see, we're refining. We're finalizing the arm. On YouTube, I put in the title or in the thumbnail, refining the outfit. Let's say arms are part of the outfit, okay? The whole body is the outfit, okay? So there's nothing wrong about this. All according to plan. Okay. I want to kind of keep some of the definition here, not too much. It's just how we did it before for the other side. Oh, that's maybe a little bit too much. Okay. Let's go to the hand. Oh, how much do we have here on this side? Let's see. This was a little bit too much, so how about we put that up times 1.5? How about that? Hopefully that's enough. There you go. Let's see. Oh, that's the problem. That's the annoying problem about this part here. Preserve. Oh, you can preserve face sets? Oh, that's interesting. I guess we have to go lower just to preserve the individual fingers, which is annoying. So what happens if I use the same value on that I have on the other side? It still merges it together. It seems like the values are different. So what if I just now remesh this? It's not that... Yeah, you can still see it. What if I divide it by 2? Oh, that's going to be quite a lot of vertices. It's better. It's very minimal. So I guess we can keep it. In the end, I'm probably just going to join everything together anyway when I make the 3D print model. And then it's probably just going to join most of this together anyway. I just want to, you know, have a somewhat good model at the end. I don't want to lose quality now if I can prevent it. Okay, so this hand is a little bit different because it has a different pose, as you can see. So it needs to be... I kind of have to think about the, I guess, the shifting of volumes and all that a little bit differently. But maybe I can use my own hand to kind of assist me. There are all these small pockets that sort of work together, which is kind of hard to add, really. But we'll get there. I have a question. I will learn sculpting. What is better to learn, realistic or stylized? I think... Well, I like stylized more, but I also think if you wanna stylize something, you need to know what it looks like you need to know realism so you can stylize realism to create good stylization. So I guess the best way to start would be to learn like realistic realism, and then once you're comfortable with it, you can go to stylization. Stylization is not necessarily just making something, well, it's making something simpler, but to simplify something, you need to know what it looks like when it's complex, you know, because otherwise you don't really know how to simplify it. So yeah, I would say Realism first. Realism is the gateway, your helper for stylized stuff. Oftentimes what you can see with like professional like stylized artists, if they do like studies, they usually do realistic studies, because that's like the foundation for stylized stuff. Okay, let's go to this side. I'm not touching the fingers yet. We'll get there, okay? But not yet. We'll get there in time. I want to do the palm first this time. Because it requires a little bit more investment. Getting the shapes right. Or bringing the shapes in, rather. You could say, you know, why not increase the brush strength? That's a fair point, but I want to be very precise with them, with my brush. So that's why I like to keep it low in terms of its strength. Looking for good tutorials on YouTube for 2 days and have not found. Now found you and yours one who does not fast forward in this videos. You mean, it depends on where you look, I guess. Depends on if you go for the streams on the live channel or the videos. I've done some fast forwarding, like, you know, some time-lapse videos of me sculpting a body, for example. But if you go for if you look at the live channel, for example, all of it, of course, is in real time. Because they're past broadcasts or live streams, whatever you want to call them. I think I need to merge the fingers together anyway, a little bit more at least. So let's pinch them together a little bit. That's better. Maybe we can even use the inflate brush here. Makes the finger quite fat, but that's okay. Okay, so how do we do this? The knuckle transition. I think that's okay. It is quite smooth. You get this very like up and down silhouette, which is right. So that's okay. Maybe we can be a little bit smoother. It doesn't have to be that much smoother. It was okay already. Okay. So that's pretty good. This crease here is oftentimes very, very deep. And then we also have this weird little fold right here emerging, at least for me. So I'm going to add that here too. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. It's not that great yet, but you know, we'll get there. Now, yeah, it looks too open. What if we use the crease brush? Bring it closer together. That helps. Then we can use the in-flight brush again to add some more volume. Okay, that's better. That's way better. I think the inflate brush is a good brush to refine certain parts of the sculpt, especially if you use the crease brush before. You do this, you can see the crease looks quite wide. So if you want to bring it closer together, you can use the inflate brush and do this. There you go. Look at that. Pretty good to just kind of refine the crease that you've created even more. Just a quick little way to refine, yeah, your sculpt. Okay. There you go. Let's go to here in between. And then we can take care of the fingers. And then the hands and arms are already done. Then we can go to the rest of the outfit. Welcome, Ambado. Thank you for following. Hope you enjoyed your stay here so far. Okay, let's now refine the fingers. So for the fingers, I think I want to bring them all together a little bit. So let's just use the pinch brush and do just that. So we can do this first, and then we can use the inflate brush again to add some more volume on either side. Okay, doesn't look that, it's not perfect, but it's, you know, better than before. And that's all that matters, okay? As long as it looks better than before, I'm happy. Get rid of this weird bump here. And then maybe even bring this a little bit lower. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Onto the fold here. There you go. Oh, hold on. Why do I smooth it? I could just use the inflate brush. Oh my. So useful all of a sudden. I've never used the inflate brush before. Might be better than the pinch brush in some instances. Okay, the problem are these areas where it merges in these very, you know, rough ways. But yeah, I guess that's just how it is. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get kind of fix that right now. I want to just kind of look at the rest. I don't want to waste my time on these little annoyances. Okay. That looks pretty good. Use the inflate brush. There you go. I don't remember if I used the pinch brush on the other side for the fingernails. I don't think so. But I kind of want to use it here. Let's do it. Yeah, that makes it so much cleaner. The crease brush makes it so wide. Some weird shapes may arise using the crease brush, but I mean the clay strips brush. No, what the pinch brush, but it's overall looks better. Okay, there you go. Okay. There you go, a little bit of detail there too. Let's go to the next one. This one. Wait, hold on. Do I need to push this forward? Maybe a little bit. Okay. On to the next finger. Well, this finger is already almost done. Already almost, okay? Just a little bit more here. And then add a little bit more here. Come on. And then we're good. I think the clothing will require a little bit more work. Maybe not the modeling, but the detailing, like the folds, for example. But, you know, overall, I think it's not gonna... We're definitely gonna finish it this week, which I'm quite happy about. The only thing that I worry is that the whole thing isn't... it's not balanced, which could very much be could be, you know, could be the case that there's more weight on this side than the other, so it would just fall over. So I would have to add a base, but I guess that's something we'll know later. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna reshape it so that it stands on its own. I think it needs a stand anyway, because otherwise it can just be tripped over very easily, and that, you know, that's not really good for a figurine, so it probably needs a base anyway. But it would also be cool if it just, you know, at least if it looks very stable, which I think it does. But I don't know if it like is actually physically balanced. You could also argue that this stance isn't really like it's a transition movement where you could be off center unbalanced because you're currently in the motion of shifting your weight, but I don't know. No excuses like that. Welcome, Raisu. What 3D printer do I have? I have a... hold on. I don't remember what the brand is. It's pretty new. Okay, so I... let me check. Oh, it's a... hold on. Genius Artillery something something something. It's one with not with the resin, but the other one, the FML or whatever. FML? I don't know if that's the right abbreviation. But yeah, the one where you have like where it creates layers rather than using like UV rays to create. I think it's UV rays to create the sculpt or the model. That's the one that I have, the one that creates layers. It actually didn't work when it arrived. So I installed everything, you know, everything I installed, of course, perfectly. Okay, I would never do mistakes. And then it didn't work. So my dad looked at it and he discovered that one of the cables just wasn't connected somewhere in between, like underneath a certain part that you can just disconnect, you know. So he looked at it and he saw, hey, there's just like a cable not connected. It doesn't say in the manual that you need to connect it, so it was supposed to be connected, but it just wasn't. So I thought, oh no, I have to return it, get another one. I hate doing that. But then, you know, it was just not plugged in, one of the cables. So I was able to avoid that that bit, the returning. I think I never had to return an object that I or like a package that I ordered. So far I'm pretty lucky. The only thing that happened to me is that some things that I ordered just never never arrived. And I'm too lazy to report it. It kind of feels like, you know, usually the things that I ordered weren't really that expensive anyway. I usually, you know, ordered them with something else. So I just didn't care. Like, I don't know, like 2 euros. Like, I don't really want to go through that much hassle just to kind of get my 2 euros back. Have you done figurine 3D printing in the past? I've printed one figurine so far, which is one of my quick sketches that I've done at some point. Here, look at this. There you go. Maybe hard to see. It's white because that's my filament, and I added the black with a pencil. Okay, with a lead pencil. I still need to figure out how I want to color them. Yeah. But yeah, so we have the first 3D print that I've done. Well, I've done another one, but that was like the test print from the manufacturer. This one's the first print that I've created myself. There you go. In 2 sizes, because I played around with it. I think I threw the other one away, because why would I have to? The smaller one. So I've done one. I've created another figurine, which I've never turned into a 3D print because it was too detailed and it wasn't really meant for that, like for that, you know, for 3D printing itself. It was more meant to be like a, you know, like a character model. Do you plan on printing Warhammer figurines in the future? I thought about what kind of figurines I could create, but I also thought about Warhammer, but I haven't. It's not like I have planned certain figurines. Usually it's like characters that I don't know, that are in my mind at that point. But maybe at some point. But nothing planned, okay? That doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen. You know what I think is crazy, or what I looked at recently? Everybody probably knows the meme by now. Rate Shadow Legends. No ad, by the way, okay? But if you look at their models, like if you want to get inspired, or you just want to look if you want to see some great models, some great like creatures or great character models, go to ArtStation and look at them, and just look for Raid Shadow Legends. The characters themselves are actually really defined and have a lot of detail. Look really good. Which is, you know, I guess surprising. It was surprising to me in the beginning because it's like a mobile game. But, you know, usually for games you go from high quality to lower quality. Because if you know, you can keep more details that way. So, you know, it was kind of surprising to me, but, you know, it kind of makes sense. But if you want to see some cool characters, then you just look for Raid Shadow Legends on ArtStation. There are some really cool characters. Even though I don't necessarily, you know, I've never played the game, I got inspired in maybe creating some of them myself. But, yeah. Pretty cool to look at them. Welcome, Mehmet. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Hope you, if you're here live, hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you had a great day. So I think this hand or this finger will just look kind of weird because it's merged with the hand, but I guess that's just the way it is. I don't know if I can really change it too much. Just merge together, you know, and I don't really have enough geometry to dig deep, and you're probably not going to see it in the 3D print anyway. I want to make this look good as a 3D render too, but I still want to look at it and make sure that it looks right. But I also don't want to overdo it. Wait, okay. That's good. And then we have the transition here. Oh. Okay. So I think that's pretty good now. Both hands and arms are refined. And yeah, there you go. Let's go to the rest. We don't need the boots. We need... Where am I? What is this? Oh, I guess... Oh, we haven't really done that yet. That's also, you know, quite important. The part of the top part that is... I don't know what you call that, like panties. It's not like panties because it's... I think it's one part, one piece, the top part and the bottom part. Those look like... Those are panties? Is it something else? I don't know what you would call that. Onesie bottom part. The bottom Z. Okay, that's what it's called. Is it remeshed? It is. Perfect. Okay. I wonder if I should just model this again, but no. I'm just gonna sculpt it. Nice and refined. There you go. Okay. This part here doesn't have a lot of detail because it's, you know, just like a undergarment. And it's gonna be visible in the end, but it's not, you know, that important. One thing that I kind of want to look at is the shape here in the back, but let's do this side first. Oh, that's too much. Okay. I want to give it some thickness, but not too much. So I try to always smooth it back down if it's too much. Delicate balance. A dance between thickness and too thin. Too thick and too thin. Then we have the back. I think I want to inspire this by looking at. I want to do this like Chun-Li. No, like Cammy model. For her, it's basically like right through the crack, which is, I can imagine quite uncomfortable, but I guess that is just how it is. I think different versions of her have different ways of doing it. But let's just do it that way. Perfectly balanced as all things should be, exactly. Master Ogway. Is that really the right person to quote? Who's Master Ogway again? I know the name, but I don't remember. Is it from Star Wars? Or from something else? I don't remember where I know it from. Or is that the turtle from Kung Fu Panda? I think I want to get rid of all of it first, and then I'm going to bring it back. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. It might actually be a good idea to just do it like that. Like both so thin that it's not going to be... Yeah, you know what? No, I'm going to add a little bit here. I think it makes sense to just add a little bit. Just a little bit. a little sliver that connects the front to the back. Perfect. Then we have some folds here in the back too. Okay. Look at that. Looking pretty clean. Let's add some what is it called again? Some folds, some wrinkles, because they're important. Just like the legs. Okay. I think I want to use the draw sharp brush again. I think that's a good brush to add like small folds, but not with stabilize stroke enabled, without it. There you go. I have to make sure that I don't go underneath the skin. Especially if I subtract. There you go. Just a little bit, I don't want to make it too strong. Okay, that's pretty good. There you go. Not too deep. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Let's go to the other side. Do it here too. Not too much, just a few here and there. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's enough. We don't need more. Perfect. So the bottom is fully done. The arms are fully done. The hands are fully done. Let's bring back the shoulder thingies. Because right now it looks kind of weird. Looks like a doll where the limbs are basically disconnected. There you go. That looks better. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So the next part would be to add the what are these? These things here. These sort of flaps right there. The ending to the shoulder pads, and then maybe refining the shoulder pads a little bit too. And then going to the top and this middle thing. I think, wait. Yeah, that's perfect to do tomorrow. Tomorrow we can do the middle thing here. We can do this thing and the shoulder pads. And then on Thursday we can do the rest of the hair. The only thing that might be missing then would be the what is it? Loincloth here, but it's already pretty much done. Yeah, we'll get there, okay. But I think I'm gonna end it here. I think we've done quite a lot today. We've finished the arms, especially the hands, and then we've done this part here too. Coming together quite nicely, you know, with it looks really good with the legs defined, the boots defined, and the arms defined. So the next step would be, once we've defined the clothing here, I think it'll look really, really nice. Okay. So, this will be an earlier stream ending, but as I said before, this week's a little bit earlier. Next week, no streams, as I said before, but then the week after, the streams will return. Maybe in a slightly different fashion, but I'm gonna, write about that in the Discord and probably on YouTube too, in a little post. But we're not there yet, okay? So until then, I thank you for joining, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, chatting, or just being here. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you next time. But until then, maybe I'll see you tomorrow, tomorrow. Until then, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, maybe I'll see you next time. Take care.